and why did you start to play your violin and viola or your instruments? When and why?
I began when I was 6 years old. I started to play the violin. My mother gave me a violin for my birthday, and I went to class. I had a very good teacher, and I was interested from the beginning. Not always thinking of being a professional, but always thinking that I want to play well, to learn how to play well, and try to play as well as I can.
And I was 9 years old when I began, also on the violin. And I switched to viola when I was 14, I think. And I started in my school. They just asked me if I was interested in playing an instrument. They didn't even say violin. And I said, okay, fine. And then they gave me a violin, and I liked it. And that's it. Nothing special. Pure chance.
And well, you both play as teachers in the OSPA, in the orchestra. And what's your day life? What's your rehearsal? Only with the group, with the orchestra, or you play at home every day, or how many hours a day you spend playing or rehearsing?
Well, yeah, that's true. We do have to do our own practice outside of the rehearsals, outside of the orchestra. It's very important to do that. And the number of hours a day, I think it depends. It changes every day what the program is for that week, or what you feel like that day. There's no rule, no special rule as to how many hours. It just depends on what you feel like doing.
Yes, I begin. I take the music 2 weeks before the concert. I begin to study at home, and then if we have a concert on Thursday, Friday is normal. We start Monday to learn the new music.
All together.
We begin together to learn the piece together until Thursday or Friday. Some pieces are very new and we have to work harder. Other pieces we know from before. We don't have to work maybe as hard or sometimes even more, but this is our day, beginning at 10 in the morning and rehearsing. And Thursday, of course, we play a concert, usually in Gijón or Avilés.
The dress rehearsal in the morning.
And Friday, we have a concert in Oviedo.
In the auditorium.
But this changes everything because everything can change because we do opera sometimes. Sometimes we have a trip. We go to Bilbao next month, and in 3 or 4 months to Bulgaria.
Yes. And sometimes also it's not always Gijón or Avilés. It's sometimes here in Mieres. Sometimes in Sama de Venezuela, depends.
Blancas.
We play all over Asturias, every now and then. Not all the time, but every now and then.
How many concerts do you have at the whole year? 20, 30?
How many? About between 15 and 20 abono concerts, and then some other extra concerts, like sometimes didacticos or opera, that's Claudio said, or special concerts like every year, like the Messiah and Messias, things like that. We do every. They don't count as the abono concerts, but we do. What would you say? How many concerts a year? Everything together.
Well, maybe 50 concerts a year, thinking that we play the same music in 2 concerts, and sometimes 3 concerts playing the same music. So if we have 50 weeks in a year, we don't always play every week, but we do have sometimes 2 concerts a week. So we can, maybe almost 50 concerts a year.
The average, I would think, is about 1 a week.
So you work hard.
Also depends.
We're keeping busy. Any other questions? The bow. This is what we call the bow. It's like you say arco in Spanish. The bow. It's the same word for if you have flechas, and if you have a bow like an instrument. This is made from horsehair. And this is what takes the string and makes the sound. We put rosin from the trees on the hair to grip, to hold on to the string. And of course we can take it apart. And this hair will break sometimes, little by little. We have to replace it every 3 months, 4 months. Yes?
Which instrument is
the most difficult? I think it's the same. It's very similar. And I can tell you for me, the viola is very big. You can see Steve is bigger. He has a longer arm, bigger hands. And I think it's better for him, the viola. But I think difficulty is the same.
I think so.
For me, it's maybe more difficult to play the viola.
For me, it's more difficult to play the violin.
Yes, another question?
What is your favorite piece to play?
My favorite piece? Well, there's so many. There's so many things I like. I enjoy playing in the orchestra, and I like the symphonies of Beethoven or something. But to play with friends, something like Mozart. I also enjoy playing jazz with my group. Sometimes to play tangos. We always have a lot of fun. So it's difficult for me. I can't say one music or one piece that I like more. Also, it changes. Many years ago, I liked some recordings, some music that I heard, and it changed. Later, I liked other things more. I think for everyone, it'll change, and the groups you like when you are younger may be different when you're older. Any other questions? Yes? In the OSPA, 20 years, 21 years.
Yes, yeah, for also 21 years this summer.
Ah, this summer, yes. We arrived in April, I did.
I arrived in August.
And it was the year 1991. I don't think you were born, probably, if you're not 20 years old yet. But 21 years now. Yes? I'm sorry, I can't.
Have you watched some pieces of jazz on the internet?
Yes. I play with a guitarist. His name is Juan Arenales. If you look on YouTube, you can find Juan Arenales many things. I have one piece that I play is called Gypsy Swing, I think. In YouTube, Gypsy Swing, Juan Arenales, and this is our group. Well, he has many more things because now he's living in Andalusia, playing with other people. Famous guitarist from Oviedo. Yes?
Can you play jazz?
Yes. Oh, what I played before was jazz. Let me see if.
Jazz or classical music?
It's difficult. I can't say. I like both, and so there's so many different types. You know, classical music from Bach, from 1600s to now Stravinsky from 20th century. I love it all. And from jazz, there are many styles as well, and blues. I love it very much. I was very interested in Django Reinhardt, Stefan Grappelli, and the jazz they did from the 1930s. And later I was very interested in bebop, which is from 1940s, Charlie Parker, Dizzy Gillespie. And later, I became interested in Miles Davis. So like I say, when I was younger, I was crazy for bebop, always listening, looking for albums. Later, other things. So I can't answer that. I have to say everything. Steve, you want to answer this question?
Yeah, I also like when I don't play jazz. I love to listen to it.
Yes.
How many people play?
In the OSPA, 65 people. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but I think we have 65.
It depends on the music you
On the
are
music.
playing.
What countries do you visit with the OSPA?
We have what kind of piece? Music. No, we play everything. Symphonies. There's
Music from
Visit.
symphony.
What countries did you visit with the OSPA?
Country.
Yes.
I see. Well, we were in Chile, China, Mexico, France, Italy, Vatican City, and now we are going to Bulgaria in June. I think it's everything. Yeah. Yes.
Why do you play this violin?
Well, why do I play the violin? Because I became very interested in the violin when I listened to many recordings of Jascha Heifetz, who's a great violinist from last century, and many recordings that I really enjoyed of great composers, Mozart, Beethoven, and Tchaikovsky. And I had a very good teacher who knew how to make you interested in many things. Yes?
Can you play more instruments than the violin?
I can play not really very well the piano. A little bit of piano, but I always wanted to play the trumpet. Someday maybe I will learn to play the trumpet.
I play saxophone and oboe, but I would like to play. I would like to play the piano as well. I don't play piano. I would like to.